Now, at the onset of the pandemic, a new platform, Providore, was set up to connect consumers and hospitality venues impacted by the COVID pandemic. The platform was created by marketplace software group Marketplacer, and CEO Jason White joins us now to discuss the platform and the e-commerce ecosystem. Hi Jason, welcome to Startup Daily TV.
Hi, how you going? And thanks for having me on today.
Look, we're good. Can you just kick off by telling us a bit more about Providore and what makes it so different to other food delivery services out there?
Yeah, it's an interesting story and a journey. So Shane Delia, he's obviously a celebrity chef, and right in the middle of the pandemic, Shane reached out to me directly and said, I've got 3 restaurants. I've actually got a venue at the airport opening. I've got hundreds of staff. I've got massive lease bills, and I obviously can't open my restaurants. And he came up with this quite innovative idea that people could have and experience restaurant quality food in their homes. So he created what was called Maha Go and created a really basic online shopping experience for ordering this food, and then he actually got his chefs and his staff to deliver the produce the next day. But when speaking to me, Shane and I got together and we kind of said, well, why wouldn't we be able to create a platform, a marketplace, where all Melbourne restaurants could actually trade during the COVID time? We solved some pretty big problems. We eventually solved refrigerated delivery, all of the packaging requirements and the experience around that food delivery or that food entertainment in your own home. And in a 5-week window, we created Providore, a marketplace where the top 50 Melbourne restaurants were selling to the Melbourne community during lockdown, and the sort of results have been extraordinary since.
Yes, Jason, we're reading 1.5 million in orders every week. Obviously, that was during lockdown, but as Melbourne's starting to emerge, we've seen the figures today. For the 12th time in a row, it's at 0. What's the marketplace going to do when it opens back up?
Yeah, I think it's a really good question. So Melbourne's been opened up for some time, about a week or so already, and the orders have definitely dropped off a tiny bit. But what we're seeing is it's a new way of experiencing food within your home. Whether it's a special occasion where you want restaurant quality food delivered to your door that you can finish off in your home, or you're looking to cater for one of those big events, or you're a newborn family where you can't get out and get a babysitter. What we're finding versus the traditional food delivery businesses where it's meal replacement versus your traditional big grocery suppliers. Providore is it's an experience business where you're genuinely feeling like you're preparing and cooking the food in your own home, and you're experiencing that with your friends and family as well. So it's tapered off a little bit, but actually it's well above our expectations still, and the growth is still incredibly strong. The 2 initiatives that are going to be launching before Christmas. So we're hoping to get Melbourne restaurants. So any Australian can buy from Providore from the Melbourne restaurants, and then obviously open it up to the other restaurants around the country. And then second to that, Shane and the team at Providore are launching a chef service where you can actually add on a chef to come to your home, and they'll prepare the food for you for $70 an hour, and then obviously clean up and go away. So it's all about experience. It's all about bringing the online world, connecting the restaurant community, and then having those wonderful experiences within your home.
So Jason, do you feel that as Melbourne opens up, you guys are almost having to do a little bit of a pivot now and look at those other income streams and building out the concept as you grow around the country?
I wouldn't say it's a pivot. I just think it's evolution. If you're not moving forward in business, you're going backwards in business. And I think the team at Providore, it's something that they've done a very good job of continually innovating and continually driving that category which they invented to the next level. So if you think about Providore and the thematics that it had in that business during lockdown, the demand's 100% there, and the demand's going to be 100% there forever. They were only serving 35-kilometre radius of the Melbourne CBD. So the ability to scale this business beyond 35 kilometres is obviously an incredibly large proposition, whether it's taking restaurants to the country, expanding interstate, and opening up new markets. The thematics of this business is here for a long term, and it's going to be one of the great Australian success stories, in my opinion.
Now, Jason, you work for Marketplace. So tell us a little bit about what you guys have been doing besides building out Providore during COVID, and certainly as you look towards the future.
Yeah, Marketplace is a really interesting story. So Marketplace is a platform that enables other people to create marketplaces. So, and it's a really unique scenario. There's very few businesses like Providore that could have been grown to that scale if you had to own all your inventory, produce all your own food, and deliver it obviously yourself. So by creating a marketplace, you create a network effect behind a business. And Marketplace is a platform that enables people to do that and to do it on scale. So we're famous for creating the Myer Market, is one example where we've put close to 300 new brands and 70,000 new SKUs into myer.com.au. Other key clients that we work with is we power the online for the Metcash Group in Shop My Local for the ALM division, which is their alcohol division behind it. And we run Bob Dane T-Mart online. We originally founded Bike Exchange, which is the world's largest bike marketplace, which has been another great success story during the pandemic, and it's a global success story. So, for example, with Bike Exchange during the pandemic, obviously governments around the world were heavily encouraging cycling, and then as people go back to work, your ability to drive because of congestion and your ability to actually commuting to work is a different proposition. So what we saw during the pandemic with Bike Exchange is that business grew transactions by 500% in a 6-week period. And it was because of that integration and layer into Marketplace and the fact that it wasn't selling its own inventory, but it was connecting their world to enable commerce, that was possible. So we've just seen some extraordinary results for our customers and our community.
Look, Jason, thank you very much for bringing us up to speed with what you've been working on over at Marketplace, and we look forward to chatting with you again soon.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate the time.